Big Jake, Big Jake getting killed. You know about that because people say that that was actually when the friction between Suge Knight and Puffy started because Puffy bodyguard killed Suge Knight friend Big Jake in Atlanta. So you know you know about the incident.
Well, I heard about the incident, and the things I heard about the incident wasn't good because what I heard was, yeah, Puffy then retaliated against Suge, and Suge used Jake as a body shield. So I don't know because I wasn't there. So I can't say for sure that that's what went down. I just heard about it like everybody else.
Speaking of body shields, how you feel about people that say Suge Knight used Tupac as a shield when the BMW in Vegas was getting shot up?
How you use somebody as a shield while you're driving? I don't know if that's possible.
I mean, you're at a light. You're waiting at the light. Somebody come to the BMW. They shoot up the car. You trying to react to the shots and
I think he was trying
okay.
to figure out a way how to get out of there. I don't think your first reaction is to use somebody as a shield because from what my understanding was, he was trying to get him and Pac out of there. Suge did not set Pac up to get killed. He loved Pac. People don't understand. Let's not get this twisted. Suge loved Pac. And Pac had a lot of love, respect, and admiration for Suge. But with anything, when you feel like you've hit your maximum growth, you have to desire to go other way, other avenues to continue to grow. And Pac just wanted to finish his obligations because you have to understand with a label like Death Row, it wasn't very much room for you to grow as an individual executive. Pac had the Outlaws. He had Storm, a female rapper, who was very underrated, just as well as the Lady of Rage. So at least Rage was able to get some shine. You know what I'm saying? To get some shine on and establish herself as a female rapper. But Storm continued to get swept under the rug. And she's very talented. She was hanging with the boys. So it was Storm and all the men from the Outlaws. So, Pac wanted to put his own people out too. So you have to look, like again, I'll say, at the big picture. You understand what I'm saying? Nothing is ever one sided. When you pick up a coin, it ain't a one sided coin. It's two sides to every story. And people would say, well, yeah, Jewell, it's two sides of your story too. Yeah, my side and my side. That's the truth.
Do you think Tupac was gonna lead Death Row?
Yeah, yeah. I think if he wouldn't have been able to, like I said, grow as an executive individual and have his own, then yeah, he would have left Death Row. But on the other hand, if Death Row would have given him a deal that said Death Row, his label, and the terms was right, he might have would have stayed. We don't know because Pac ain't here to tell you, and that never happened, so we will never know. You understand what I'm saying? But he did mention to me when we was in the studio talking about the Machiavelli. You know what I'm saying? Because he showed me the picture of him hanging off the cross, and I told him don't play with God like that. Now the DOC, he did that album, said King of King, Lord of Lord. I talked to the DOC when he did that too, and I said don't. You cannot incorporate God into these kind of things like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody had even made a comment on the internet saying if this is how I feel, then I don't know Pac. It's not about Pac. It's about the respect for the Lord and Jesus hanging on the cross for our sins. He died on the cross for our sins so you could be saved. There's only one Jesus, and Tupac was not Jesus.
What did Tupac mention to you while y'all was in the studio?
He was just talking about all the chaos that was going on and how he was getting tired and he wanted his own situation. He wanted to be his own man, and he wanted to be in control of his own destiny. And he was like, Jewell, I'm just telling you, I may not be around here for a long time. And that's pretty much how that went. And I told him, I said, well, I understand. You know what I'm saying? So with anything, if you with a label and they're treating you good, you're gonna work it out with that label if you want to put out some artists. You understand what I'm saying? But if you at a label and everything is turning into tragedy, then you're gonna fulfill your obligations in hopes to be somewhere else where it's just business. It's not gang banging and business. And that's what Death Row became. It became bang bang boogie, up jump the boogie.
Do you think Tupac joining Death Row was his downfall?
Oh no. I wouldn't say it's a downfall, but I think it was part of his demise because he could have joined Death Row and not became Death Row. See, that is what happened with Pop. He joined Death Row and then he became the essence of what Death Row began to stand for. And it was a lot of chaos and drama. So that led to his demise.
Do you think Suge Knight was a bad influence on Tupac?
Yeah. People can shape you. You understand what I'm saying? If you hang around people long enough, you become guilty by association. I grew up in the church, right? I would have never thought in a million years that I would be drinking Everclear, that Dr. Dre would give me some mushrooms, which introduced me to some other people who began to give me like ecstasy. You understand what I'm saying? I've never been around that kind of stuff in my life. But once I started hanging around these people and this is what they was doing, now it's my choice to do it, but curiosity killed the cat. You know what I mean? But if somebody's saying, here, Jewell, try a mushroom and you don't know, you naive. I didn't know none of this kind of stuff. And I tried a mushroom. Me and Rage one day, and she down on the floor rolling around, thinking she a baby, and it was just crazy. But, that was our family. So you can be guilty by association and start a ripple effect into negativity and then be engulfed by the negativity. So, yeah, indirectly, he was responsible for a lot of stuff that happened over there because Pac felt like he had a sense of loyalty to Suge for getting him out of jail. You know what I mean? He felt like Jimmy and them left him for dead, basically. Pac had all them hits, Dear Mama, Brenda Got a Baby, all this kind of stuff, and then he just sitting in jail. And Suge got to be the one to get him out. So yeah, you're going to feel loyal to a person like that. You know what I mean?
Keyshia Cole, your homie Keyshia Cole. I seen an interview by y'all, by the way. Great interview. But
Thank you.
Keyshia Cole, she did an interview with Fat Joe, and she told a story about how Tupac personally told her that he was gonna leave Death Row and that he was gonna start his own label, Machiavelli Records. How you feel about her saying that?
Well, Pac is not here to say if he did or if he didn't. Keyshia has always been real, so she doesn't strike me as being a liar. And, Pac, he talked to people. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he didn't talk to people. Like, I made him take his shirt off in the middle of the hallway at Can-Am. And he was like, Jewell, I was like, I won't see that stomach. Show me them abs. So I can't say he didn't tell her that. I can't say he did tell her that. But he did mention to me that he wanted to start his own label. So if you get two people that's saying sort of the same thing, you have to see at different times that it's some type of truth in there. It has to be.